Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 15 of the Road to Top series. I am Stay Toasty. And since our last episode, yesterday, we had 3 games. Not the 3 games that we were expecting. Let's look at the schedule first of all. Now, we have... I was planning on doing 3 games and then Boavista, but we ended up having this Taça de Portugal game against Vila Verdense that we lost. Now, we lost, and it's mainly my fault. I played a completely backup team. This team is in the 3rd division, and I thought our team's good enough to just go out there and beat them. But we didn't show up. None of us showed up, and we lost. And we allowed a goal. First, let's look at let's look at a transfer that I made. We signed this center back on a free transfer from he was at Rijek, and he is a 23-year-old Croatian center back, 3.5-star ability, 12 heading, 12 marking, 13 tackling, 16 jumping reach, 15 strength, positioning 13, bravery 15. This guy is probably our best center back. I keep getting the scouting. I keep getting suggestions for players, and I keep scouting them, and I keep finding some quality. So that's good to see that our scouts are out there and they're getting some good players. He's played 1 game so far, got a 7.3 rating. I think him and Nuno Salves are going to be that partnership that I was looking for. When I said I wanted a mixture, I'm not going to get center backs that can do everything. They're not going to be, not all of them are going to be pacey. Obviously, Ikic is only a pace, but he's strong, and I think Gonçalves is a little bit more technical. I can move around a little better, so I think they're going to play well together. And he has 3 under 21 caps, which is nice. I mean, to have a player that's been capped, I mean, not internationally, but at an under 21 level for a pretty good international side, that's good to see that we're picking up that kind of quality players at this point. Now let's go back to the schedule. Our first game was against Olnense. This game was interesting to say the least. I wasn't very happy with the way we played. They scored in the 2nd minute through Alved, as we'll show here. So you have they're holding out the ball well, and he just slots it away. Not great, but that's where they scored. And then we had a lot of chances through the rest of the game, and when I mean a lot of chances, I think let's see. I think we'll see here. Yeah, I think actually it was another game, but we still had a lot of chances here. Firmino here, Diaz just slots it away, his first goal for us, which is nice to see. We were waiting for him to kind of get into gear. So, that was a good game for us. I don't know why he keeps doing that. And then we lost to Vila Verdense, as we've said, the completely rotated team. I believe this game was the one that we absolutely dominated. We only scored 1 goal, but, I mean, let's look at the goal here. By João Coimbra, again, scoring goals out of that midfield role, really playing the box-to-box. I mean, the box-to-box, their role is, to play a little bit, obviously pump energy, be strong in that midfield, but to score goals by coming into the box late, coming into a ball and just smashing it. And he seems to be doing that. He seems to be getting balls at the top of the box and scoring with them. So Teixeira here, really playing well, kind of in a deeper role, long up to Coimbra, and Coimbra just slots it away. So, you see here, 4 clear-cut chances, 3 half chances. I mean, I was really worried. I was really feeling really frustrated because I was afraid that we were going to score, and we absolutely dominated. If we didn't win, I was going to be very disappointed. But we won, so can't complain. We're currently in a mid-table team, 8th place, but it's everything's very close. I mean, other than Boa Vista and Porto, who are clearly a leg above everybody else. Everybody else right behind them is kind of close, and obviously FC Porto Bay cannot get relegated. I mean, cannot get promoted because of they can't have the B team in the same division as their A team. So that gives some options there. And, I mean, if we win today, we're going to be knocking on the door, which is surprising the way we've played. I mean, we do have 3 wins, and we do have, and we are there. So I think if we pick up some form, I think we're going to start making some noise. But it starts today. It starts against a good team like FC Porto B, who probably has some great young talent that we're going to see. So let's get into the starting lineup. Alright guys, so this is going to be our lineup. Back line, the emerging backline core of Vasco Cruz, Ikic, Nuno Gonçalves, and Amian on the back line, playing well. Rui Teixeira out with suspension. So we have Marco in there with João Coimbra. Firmino on that right-hand side. Tlika in the middle as Rafael Diaz is out with an injury. So he's going to slide in, which he can play there. And then we have Amison back on the left-hand side. Hasn't really featured that much this season, which is no fault of his own. So I want to give him a start today, see if he can pick up some of the form he had last year. And Chris Long, who's playing up top. Him and Ronan, neither of them are really doing anything incredible, but Chris Long did get the assist in the last game, so hopefully, he could get something done in this game against FC Porto B. So let's look at that. Let's get into the game now. All right, guys. So I usually don't look at the other team, but with this being FC Porto B, I was looking to see if they have any names I would know, and they don't. I mean, they usually have a player in the second team named Rui Pedro, who's good, but he might have been promoted already to the first team. I'm not sure. And then I'm pretty sure. I mean, I know Kasama on this on the bench is pretty good. Let me see. Yeah, that's yeah. I think I've heard of Ignacio, but a couple of guys. I think I've heard of Varela. But a lot of these guys, I'm not really. I know they have a young center back named Chidozie, and then Josiah, I know, plays for he's probably one of the better young goalkeepers. He was owned by Marítimo, but they never really played him, and he was playing regularly for the under-21s, I believe, playing regularly for them, and Marítimo didn't want to play him. I mean, he was touted by everybody in Portugal really to be, an upcoming talent, in Portugal, and so I mean, Porto just picked him up, and it's fortunate for him because he still hasn't picked up. I mean, they have Casillas. I mean, but Casillas, if you've been paying attention at all, since he left, he left Real Madrid because he wasn't playing well, and since joining Porto, he had, you may have not heard of him. I mean, he had I think last year, near the end of the season, he had his best game against Benfica, played outstanding, but other than that, he's really been lackluster, and I think he just gets a place in that starting lineup because he is Iker Casillas and he has played for Real Madrid and is a Real Madrid legend. But it could be questioned whether or not he deserves it. And I think a young player like José Sá, who has shown the ability on a youth international stage, I think he should get a chance. but that's just my opinion. And I'm a Benfica fan, so I'm sure they're if Porto fans don't really care about rational thoughts by a Benfica fan. And here we go, Firmino with the cross in from Amian to Hugo Firmino. That's his first goal for União Leiria. So we are up 1-0 on second in the table, FC Porto B. That launches up into 5th place, 2 points within FC Porto B. So I think, depending on, no matter what, this week and next week is going to be vitally important for us, with us playing the top 2 teams in this division back to back. So if we want to, it's going to be big. If we want to really, I wasn't planning on looking for promotion this season, but we've made some quality signings, I think. So it might be on the cards. We're gonna try to win every game we play. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't want to get promoted into the first division. I do worry about us, getting up there and just kind of wiping out, just not having any answer. But but I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna deny that I would like to get in the first division this year, but I know it's gonna be hard. But yeah, first of all, let's not get our I was gonna say let's not get our chickens in a row, or I don't know, whatever thing that is. Too many eggs in our basket or whatever. But Hugo Firmino scores. We have an own goal here. Puts it in the box, and there's nobody there. But the center back, just Leo Xavier, just pokes it in. So we're up 2-0. About 35 minutes into the game, and we here have another highlight. Marco here up to Emerson. Emerson loses out, and looks like Gonçalves is going to pick it up, and he sticks it back to Bonet. They have my assistants have been suggesting that I play Testa instead of Bonet, but I think I'm going to stick for Bonet right now. I think he deserves it, and Testa might be. I believe he's just a better goalkeeper on paper. I think he's at a 3.5 star ability, with Bonet being at 2.5 stars, but I think, and that's a great goal by Ruben Massive. It's pure inspiration. Yeah, that was really good. Unfortunately, we had to give that up. We were playing pretty good defense so far, but he just got a little bit too much space and slotted it away in the top right-hand corner. Here I have another highlight by them. Hopefully our center backs went out there. And then we have Amian here, puts up the Emerson. Emerson has some space to work, and he has the ability to do some stuff there. Marco here, playing in that number, when he loses out to Bruno Costa. Bruno Costa has plenty of space here on this right-hand side, pick out a pass, and he puts it in shade of that, and Pijetta hits the bar, I believe, hits the crossbar. We have a corner here, and it glances off the head of a Porto player, maybe not. Wasn't sure exactly. We're still up 2-0. Still up 2-1. But they're definitely coming into the game a little bit here in the second half. At the end of the first half. So we're gonna have to come into the second half defensively strong and make sure we keep this lead. Don't get complacent. I'm gonna say that. These would be some vital points for us away from home against a good FC Porto B team. So Amian here, we get the ball starting off the second half, up to Emerson, and he gets by his man, and good recovery there by Varela. I believe is their defensive midfielder, who comes across and tackles Emerson to remove the ball from him. Again, our defense is playing pretty well. I think Gonçalves and Ikic are a good pairing, and Vasco Cruz and Amian, good fullbacks. I think Amian is a little more attacking than Vasco Cruz. Amian has a lot of pace on him, 15 pace, I believe. Vasco Cruz is more of a defensive fullback, but I'm not worried about that. I think Amian's a good defensive player without his pace, and I think Vasco Cruz has a little bit of an ability going forward. So that should be fine. Now let's make a sub here. Let's bring on Thiago Jogo, the veteran. I don't know. I think I'm gonna bring him on for Yamahita. Do that, and then did I bring on Strong Queen? But that's not what I want to do. Yeah, I want to bring on for Marco because Marco is on a card here. Don't want to get anybody sent off. Talika, let's do. Maybe we should move. Actually, I'm not really sure what to do there. Let's leave him on. Firmino's playing well, so I don't want to take him off. He's having a good game. Let's bring on Aurelio for Emerson. Emerson played well today. Actually, no. Actually, let's bring on Ronan. Big, strong player up top. See if he can push somebody around. See if our creative players can create something for him in these last few minutes, just to affirm our lead in this game, or hold it out. I think either way would be good. I think having a strong player like that. Okay, we have Coimbra here. As I was saying, we have a strong player up there. I think we'll try to hopefully force them into some mistakes in defense. Gonçalves comes across and picks up the ball very well. And he kicks it up, and I think Ronan can pick up the ball here if he gets to it, and he does. But can he finish it? And he does finish it. Let's go. Let's go. I predicted it. I predicted it. Strong guy. Just put a ball up there, and he just, let me see if did he just pace? He outpaced them, or I think the center back might have been a little bit afraid to kind of pick him up. I think the center back was gonna go pick him up, and he's like, nope, I'll just let him. I see how big he is. I'm just gonna let him do whatever he wants. I do not want to get pushed to the ground. And he heard Ronan's footsteps, and Ronan just picked it up and scored. So 3-1 here in Porto against Porto B, and that looks like it'll be a goal. I mean, a shot that just goes wayward, and that's 3 points. Firmino played really well. I'm wondering who's going to be. Firmino is our player of the match. Scored the goal, got the assist for that own goal. Got a little bit lucky there, but I'm not gonna dwell on that. We played well today. I'm pretty happy with that. So we are now in 5th place. It looks like everybody has played, so that's pretty firm. 5th place, 2 points behind these teams. Agueda also newly promoted, so that it's interesting to see some newly promoted teams really making some noise in this division, along with Gondomar, who's in 7th, and Angrense, who's in 10th. So all the newly promoted teams, all 4 newly promoted teams in the top of the table, which is very nice to see. So let's look at the schedule, the upcoming schedule, to see what we're gonna deal with for next episode. Alright, everybody, so this is the upcoming schedule. Interesting to see in my inbox, it said that the defense was the key in that Porto game, and I agree. I think our defense played really well with our fullbacks and our partnership of Ikic and Gonçalves. So I'm looking forward to seeing that pairing develop further. Now, here is the schedule coming up. We have Boa Vista and Académico do Viseu. And then Pash. I think we're going to do Pash Livecom. I think it's the first time that we're going to be playing a first division side. So that's gonna be, I think that's gonna be fun to see some top flight players. See how we stack up. I think that's always kind of what I like to do. Just see how we stack up. Let's see how we play against a first division team. So let's do Boa Vista, Académico Sul, and then come back for Pasto Ferreira, and see if we can, do in the Taça Liga, maybe get into the group phase. It's gonna be I'm not gonna say impossible, very hard, but I think we can do that. I think we can maybe play like a Benfica or a Porto or a Sporting, even a Braga or a Guimarães. So that would be kind of fun. But first, will be Pash, and that will be our target for next game. So hopefully we get some points prior to then against the top table Boavista side. Alright guys, thank you once again for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and stay tuned, my friends.